Hello, hello. Welcome to Sparkle.Sanctuary. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my July month in review. I completed a large portion of midi or mini size kits. I did complete one large canvas, even though that was my first finish of the month. I'm going to save that one till the end. It is a Jaded Gem Shop one, and I added some specials to it. It's gorgeous. I hope you stick around to see it, but I understand if you don't. So I'm going to kind of go through these little ones as fast as I can because this is a lot that I finished in 1 month. So to start with, after I finished the Mermaid Bath from Jaded Gem Shop, I completed these two from Make Market. So it is Books and Flowers. Oh, let me have this one right side up. This is Books and Flowers. I just absolutely love these. These turned out so good. The grid field on that one wasn't fantastic. So to go to this where it was rounds, it wasn't square diamonds, and the grid field is so good. I mean, if I can pull you in, look at how those line up. Like, it is perfection. They go exactly where they're supposed to go. I have no complaints. This was a beautiful kit. And this is the drills for that. And there are plenty in each bag left over. I wish I could keep these because these were such good drills. They are rounded top and not pointy top like what you find at some of the major companies, but I don't mind because look at all that. They just give so much sparkle. There's so much twinkle to it. I just don't mind. I think they're pretty. And these are really neat because they come with hooks that you can put on the back and then you just can hang them up. I just need to screw them in. So they're already framed. They're already ready to go. They do have like part of the picture around the edge. That part is not diamond painted. I would probably, if I hang these up, just because the edges of here are just a little sticky, I would seal this and make sure that no dust gets in between the diamonds because they are round. But honestly, like, I don't, oh, there's one that was popping up a little bit. The grid field is really, really close on these. So just make sure if you do frame these, go over them with a roller and then seal them because of dust, not because you have to, because everything on these was basically perfection. I have no complaints for either one of these kits. Okay. So I'll put this one away. Next I had another Make Market kit. Now this is actually a sticker. So there's a backing on the back of here. And I've learned a couple things. I've completed one of these before and I have it currently on my computer. But basically, you want to seal this while it's still on the backing here. I'm probably going to put some paper towels or something underneath it and set it here on my desk and then just seal it. It came with a sealant, so I'm not worried about that. And then one other thing that I learned, so seal it before you take it off the plastic, make sure it's nice and solid on there. And the other thing I learned is to peel the backing off this way instead of trying to peel the diamond painting this way, because then you end up with popping drills. The glue wasn't as sticky as I would like. So they, like I would put my diamonds down and they would kind of pop up with my pin. But I had that issue with a lot of these kits. So it wasn't a Make Market issue. I don't know if it was the tackiness of my pin or if it was because the glue was not quite as slick or quite as solid. But either way, I got it completed. These are crystals. So a silver crystal and a gold crystal and then a black. And I don't remember what the name of it is. They no longer carry these. But if you find these on clearance or in a D-stash somewhere, they're worth it. It's just a giant sticker sheet that you can put wherever you want. And it is malleable. So if you because their sealant is pretty good. If you wanted to seal that and like wrap it around a cup, think about how beautiful that would be. Just know that you couldn't wash the outside of the cup properly unless you like did a true hard sealant over it beyond what the Make Market sealant is. So, but I just love the way that sparkles. It's so pretty. And I had plenty of leftovers for that as well. The next kit I completed was a Diamond Dots kit. This one is called Succulents. I had printed, they don't come with a page, so I printed these off and I had planned to use them as like guides for putting on a sticker sheet or putting on containers. But honestly, like for some reason this month, I have just been working basically out of the bags or out of baggies. So these are all opened bags. I just cut the corner of it open and dumped out what I needed and then used that. Again, I have plenty left over. I didn't have any problems. I will say, I wish this picture was just slightly bigger because it looks great in the camera in the viewfinder. And from far away, it looks really good. But even just 2 feet away, it looks kind of weird. There is a lot of pink and purple in this one that stands out quite a bit. And I don't know. And I think the tape just kind of enhances that, which only makes it worse. I wish this one had been a little bit more of a brown color. Like, I don't know. It's gorgeous. I love it. And I'm not sad that I did it. Diamond Dots has good quality. And these lined up really, really well. Again, these are more of a smooth top than the pointy top that you see with the other major companies. But it's really just a good, beautiful canvas. It says it's 27 by 27 centimeters. So just in comparison, here is the sticker sheet. Okay. I'm sorry, I don't know the size of those. I don't remember. And I unfortunately didn't think to pull that up before I started recording this video. But anyway, so Make Market also has these little cards that you can do. So there are 6 butterflies here, 2. I love this one. 3, 4, 5, and then 6. This one's my favorite. Again, plenty of leftover drills. Again, I just cut the corners of these open and dumped them out and worked on them. With these smaller kits, I just find typically it's not worth kitting up, you know? So I work straight out of the bags, and they don't label these by DMC, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them. But again, it's the same quality, the same glue quality. They all ended up really beautiful. The next kit that I finished, I did just before I headed out for a retreat. I actually went to go on vacation and see my cousin and then went to a retreat. So I pulled out a mini or a midi one, I'd say, not mini, but midi, because this isn't quite small enough to be called a mini. It's 22.8 by 22.8 centimeters. It's from Diamond Art Club. They do sell these on Amazon still. And there's so many special drills. Like there's an AB here. This one has mica powder. There's an AB in the mouth. There's mica powder in the ears. I don't even remember everywhere they are, but these are it's gorgeous. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 different colors of specials, and there's only 13 colors in this kit. Again, I had plenty of leftovers. I just stuck them in here. I didn't even bother using the sticker sheets. I just pulled them straight out of the bag and went to work. This went very, very fast because like the background is all a solid color. So it's color blocking. So this goes quickly because I can use my multi-placer, as opposed to the last one that was a little bit more, or not the last one, but the Succulents one I showed. That one's a little bit more confetti. And so it was a little bit harder to use my multi-placer, but honestly, that one also worked up fast. Okay, and then when I got to my cousin's house for vacation, while he was busy working at the times that he was working, I actually pulled out this little kit. They're mini dazzles from Diamond Art Club. It's a set of 6 little ponies. Oh, darn it. Hold on just a second. Sorry about that. I dropped the drills, or dropped my cards. I dropped my cards. This is square drill. This was the first square drill I had worked on since the large one that I had done. After the large image, I really wanted to work on rounds, so I went ham on rounds. But there's, again, plenty left over in here, lots of specials, but it was 6 little, and see there's specials. These are all, they either have mica powder or they are ABs. Now, AB, I didn't explain, stands for Aurora Borealis. They have this rainbow effect to them. That's those. And then the other ones, I'm not sure if I'll be able to show it because of the lighting, but there's just like this shimmer of a light powdering of glitter, like mica powder. And they just really are beautiful. I love the way they turned out. They just look so cute. And I really like these. I was a huge fan of My Little Ponies growing up. So I have, just this love of all of these ponies, and it really I've been feeling so nostalgic lately. It just really worked for me. So that was that kit. And then while I was at his house, I pulled out this kit. This is a little diamond. So again, it's a midi size, but this one has a ton of color blocking. Like this is only 6 colors. There's 2 colors in the background, a darker peach and a lighter peach, which I didn't notice at first, but here's a good, you can see a darker, it's like a dark salmon color. And then this white, the yellow, the blue, the black. And if I remember right, the blue is supposed to be, the black is supposed to be a glow in the dark. And then the yellow is one of the ones with mica powder. So if I pull it up, I don't know if you can see that extra. Yeah, you can kind of see it. There's like an extra glitter to it. So again, I had plenty of those. I didn't bother kitting up. I put them into baggies and I just worked out of those. And this went along great. So while I was still at his place, I went ahead and finished one last one while he was working. And this one is another one of those sticker sheets. Now, here are the diamonds. There's not a ton of these left. I will say this one, I accidentally stuck the cover sheet back on it upside down and it pulled a ton of the glue off. And so this one had a hard time getting these to stick. I will have to seal this one really, really well in order for it to work. But as you can see, they're all on there and they all came out beautifully. They're really nicely lined up. And other than me ruining the glue myself, I have no problems. There's these rainbow color drills in there. These are all crystals. And so that rainbow crystal just pulls that all together with all the different purples. It's gorgeous. I have no idea where I'm going to put this yet. But the idea of putting this somewhere just is making me super happy. I think I just lost a diamond somewhere. Anyway, it's possible that I did. It doesn't look like I did from the sheet, but I feel it right here. So anyway, I love the way this, oh, yep, right there on the corner where my thumb had been. See, just goes right back on and it's no problem. So I really love the way this turned out. I wish I had more of these. I think I got 3 in total. So this was my last one to do of those. And I'm very happy with how they turned out. And I'm very happy with what I have. So yeah, if you see these, I do recommend finding them. They look gorgeous on the back of a computer, and then people are like, hey, wait, what is that? They are very pretty. The one I have on my computer is mermaid scales, so just in case you're looking for that. All right, so then when I got to the retreat, we had lots of time to diamond paint because it was a diamond painting retreat. So I pulled out this little cutie. This is Sakura Gaze. This is another Amazon kit. It's from Jeremiah Kettner. It is 22.8 by 22.8 centimeters. Again, I didn't bother pulling out the stickers. I had it in baggies and I just worked out of those. There's some gorgeous specials in here, including this purple crystal. Let me see if I can pull that up closer. There's a purple crystal in the flower that I didn't even know was there until somebody at the retreat was like, hey, there's going to be a crystal flower in the crystals in the flowers. And I was like, oh, I was so excited. And so I worked through it quicker. This one is definitely more confetti. If I pull this in close, you can see there's actually quite a few color changes. That's not just like one shade of brown or tan. There was a good amount of mica powder color blocking right there in the nose. But then as you move down, it ended up being so, this one took a little bit longer for me to work up than I originally anticipated. This has 38 colors and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 special drills. So there was a lot of specials to work with. I think it turned out lovely. It was slick, the glue, and I didn't have the paper that goes on top, the clear plastic. I didn't have that upside down like I did on the other one. So the cover sheet didn't have anything to do with it. This was just slick. And it's a newer purchase that I did on Amazon. So I don't know what was going on there. Once that was finished, my next finish I pulled out was this. This is Plushie Catcher. Now, when I was little, my dad used to go to the bowling alley and I got to play the bear claw machine, the claw machine to get toys and stuff. And so this like kind of speaks to my childhood. I did add in this AB all through the cat because I wanted him to sparkle a little bit more than he did. So there is definitely like that shimmer on the cat. I did kit this one up into bottles. I had it with another kit. I thought it would be easier to take the retreat. And then once I started packing for it, I realized I was going to need more. And so it ended up being a whole debacle. But I do have all of them. There's plenty of specials left still. I think there's 1, 2, 3, or plenty of drills, not specials. I'm sorry. Plenty of drills left. There are 3 specials in this kit, like in it. And they're all the kind with the mica powder. So I liked putting in that little AB there. So there's plenty of leftovers of these drills here. Then my next kit, let me move that aside. Give me just a second. So the next finish that I completed at the retreat, I literally finished this the night before we left. This is, sorry, can't read it, Emma. This is another one from the Diamond Art Club Amazon website. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 specials in it and 14 colors. Again, I didn't bother kitting this one up typically, but I did put it into baggies, so I used the stickers, and I just worked this way. It worked really well for me. And because this one has a really good amount, there's like color blocking in the background, but there's a lot of confetti, but it's like, there's some line blocking confetti. it ended up coming out so cute. I love the way this looks. I didn't change any of the specials in it. It just really is very sparkly with lots of specials. So I love how it looked. And I was really, really glad that I was able to get this one finished while I was at the retreat. Then when I was waiting for my flight, I was at the airport for a lot of hours. So I worked on this set of keys. It was the last little mini set that I had with me. So this is squares. The rest, like I said, had been rounds. So I completed these squares. I love how shiny a couple of them are. They are all specials. So it's these are either mica powder ones, or they are that metallic one. Okay, so this is another mini dazzle from Diamond Art Club. I love keys. This one has that gold metallic in it. It's really pretty. I wish there had been more of the metallics like that, because keys are metallic, right? And so anyway, that one has the silver metallic in it too. So yeah, that was a really fun little set to do. I worked on some of them at the airport, and then I worked on a couple that I had left when I got home. And then the 29th of this month, I had a little bit of time, and so I completed this one. This is Cat Hugs, another Amazon kit, another 22.8 by 22.8, so it'd be considered midi, not mini size, at least in my mind. And this is by Dexter. Oh, this is Lipka. Sorry. I was trying to read that and it was not. Yeah, it says that, but it's Lipka. I think it's Lipka. I don't know how to pronounce it, but he makes these cats. They're super cute. This turned out looking exactly like the image. I thought this worked up pretty quickly considering how many color changes there were. It seemed pretty confetti heavy to me. I think it's adorable. I love this kit. I don't typically love his artwork. I think they're cute, but I don't necessarily want to diamond paint them. But this one turned out really good. And I think the watercolor effect in the background turned out really good. I was super happy with this one. So that is all of those. So let me get out Mermaid Bath and I will show you that one. I have Mermaid Bath from Jada Gem Shop. This one is so big. Like, even if I turn it sideways, I don't think I'll get her on frame. This is a gorgeous kit from Jada Gem Shop. This was my first finish of the month. As you can see, like I said, it is a really big image. These size dimensions are 60 by 90. So 60 centimeters this way and then 90 that way. I added 2 of my own special diamonds. There was like nothing in this. And so I have this like pinkish AB. I added to this towel here. It was added a little bit into her bow. And then in these flowers. And honestly, those flowers are probably my favorite placement of those. I think let me see. Yeah. It just like has this neat shine. It's not doing it justice in the viewfinder. It's gorgeous in person. It came with these metallic crystal or metallic drills here throughout there. And then there's mica powder ones all in the background. There's so many specials in this kit. I did also add in, there's like this little tiny bit of light gray here. That is one that I added in with mica powder just to give it a little bit of zhuzh. Just a little something special along the base walls. But there's like mica powder in this. I actually love this like shade here. It's almost like a rosy tan. Really, really pretty. It's definitely more pink in person than it looks on the viewfinder for this like crystal, or not the mica powder one that they put through here. But I love how she rendered this kit. It's one of her hand rendered kits. There's a name for it on her website. I can't remember what it is right now, but so you can't even get it all in frame. You can get most of it though. But this is one of her hand rendered kits. So it was a little bit more costly of a kit to have. So I wanted to make sure I did it justice and really enjoyed working on it. And I did. However, this is from her older manufacturer. So in the lighter areas, there was gapping that I was struggling with. And even looking at it, I can see where some of it is, but it's not so much that like from a distance you can notice. It's just when I kind of look up close, I can see where, let's see if I can pull up a spot. Like, I don't know if you'll see this through here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, so you can see a tiniest bit of gapping there. And for most of the time that wouldn't matter, except that on this, because it's so big and because the way I was working on it, I just popped one of the drills off doing that. I was noticing it. And I had to keep going back and fixing. So as I went along, I just kind of scooted them out so that they didn't quite look as gappy as they were, if that makes sense. But anyway, I really did enjoy this kit. But like I said, after this, I was like, okay, I need to move on from a square kit onto a few rounds. And so all those little mini kits and midi kits were right up my alley and exactly what I needed. So anyway, I can't remember who Mermaid Bath is. It's Toshia-san. Yeah, Toshia-san is the artist. And like I said, this is a big image. Jade has several in her shop that are hand rendered, and with their new company should have a tighter grid than this. And so I'm excited to see what those look like in the future. This did have 67 colors just because of all of the different, I mean, you've got the greens of her tail and the browns of the cat and the pinks of the flowers. Like there's lots of different colors in this. It's a gorgeous image. I don't regret buying this. I don't regret working on it. And aside from the gapping, I loved this canvas. So no issues with glue or anything. This was a joy to work on, and was my favorite finish of the month for sure. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or if I went too fast, please ask questions in the comment section below, or, maybe let me know which one of these you liked best or ones you've done yourself. Remember, wherever you go to take care of your mental health is a Sparkle Sanctuary. Please take time to take care of you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.